EA Madden NFL 21 playoff promo. How to complete 60 stars to get a free 95 overall player card. EA Madden's NFL 21 playoff promotion challenge requires 60 stars to gain the 95 overall Madden NFL player pack, which, as we know right now from the first release, has been the top contender with DK Metcalf. The other ones with the Masters haven't been updated yet because of the promotion. It had a glitch within the set, but the 95 overall is not and free. Was just listening to other videos and hearing how people had questions in the other videos, the other contributors, of how that this series seemed tougher than most, and it's fairly tough. But if we break it down, make it simplified, can make it modular, stack it towards the goal of completing it so that they get the 95 overall. And in that breakdown, we find that the involved and take a complete 8 passes in a quarter, complete 9 passes in a quarter, complete 12 passes in a quarter, complete 12 passes and get a touchdown within a quarter. And so that with 64 stars, or really it should take like 15 star challenges, but it took me an extra challenge at the time so that I could, because it's like 2 and 3 type thing, I had to add them up to 60, and then I went back and completed them. But that's what's going on there. So if we start at the first challenge with the Steelers, it's passive 45 plus yards plus score a touchdown. Right here we want to remember, I think that means that competitive is not, let's see here, is not arcade. In arcade, you can basically just throw the ball up for a jump ball. The receiver should gain that ball non-contested. Competitive's got cover 3 sky and cover 4 palms and quarters. So a lot of deep balls aren't going to work. You're going to have to go sideline to sideline underneath the deep stuff to build that up for the most part. But if if you find a cover 3 or cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 beater or bypass, and can do that with these, like in some type of I guess post route or something like that, then by all means go ahead and do so. But here, this is a dink and dunk solo battle. People should be, for the ones that use that type of method, are probably used to it, because they need like 35 first downs, so they have to throw to the sideline like all the time within 4 minute quarters. And that's a lot of first downs in that type of time without catching it in the middle of the field. Which is why, instead of taking like a post route here, if I can get my stylus there, in the deep, you want to take the side of like the table route from like a halfback, like a Todd Gurley, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, or throw to these level cells here, because they're drag routes. I think it means at 5-yard depth, and 5 yards is less than 25 yards. So the rule of engagement before hitting that sky zone type thing, like a crosser route, is 20 yards closer to the line of scrimmage. So it should be an easy check down throw for the quarterback type thing. That means to throw into that route and then pick up the 45 yards and then score a touchdown. Here, the Chiefs won the second challenge. For its 4 stars, requires 12 complete 12 plus passes and score 1 plus touchdown. That's a lot. I believe the quarter is like 3 or 4 minutes. So without stepping out of bounds with the Alvin Kamara route, table route, times and 3 timeouts versus 12 passes, it's a lot of catching in the middle of the field, time to run out of the quarter, and then the challenge will become not doable. So really need to catch it and step out of bounds. And if you don't use table routes or level cell routes or the drag routes, then you could use like a screen pass, because that's usually, even if it shows up for negative yards, at least it's still a completed pass. Or I guess a bubble screen could do the same thing too. Here, challenge 3 with the Bills is pass for 180 plus yards. I don't think that one was during the quarter. So here, instead of stepping out of bounds, which you can still do in stack, you can just go ahead and rack catch, run after catch, and build up a stack as many yards as possible with your crossing routes. Because you might even have a whole game. But, instead of stepping out of bounds before a marker, you might want to try to pick up more yards type thing. That means beyond the marker, like you can catch like 20-30 yard passes per catch type thing off that crosser 20-25. Because that'll speed that up, and it'll take 4 catches to get 100 yards, and then 8 catches to get 200 yards. So it'll go fairly quickly type thing. That means, again, bonus for scoring a passing touchdown. Challenge 4, don't allow more than 3 points in the third quarter and get a sack. That's for challenges. Challenges in Madden usually make it simple. So mid-blitz like stuff type thing, or just any type of blitz, or they can't engage and throw, that should keep them from throwing down the field and scoring 3 points. I myself, I just usually use coverage. Might be a time of practicing lurking with safeties. Linebackers don't lurk this year. Or run like a man meta. I think zone, cover 3 zone is back after the man meta of the first half of the Madden season. Kind of on rise run. Had its run and is no longer on rise as much as the zone defense playoffs are. Let's see, 5th challenge with the Browns. Score a rushing touchdown this drive. That one you could use a stretch play because they're meta, or you can use the meta of a halfback dive. So you can run at your opponent or run towards the sideline with a stretch play and preserve time and get around the corner that way, like a toss or pitch. Much like they used to have with outside pulls and outside guru stuff type thing, where you want to get blockers who might not be as good as blocking the middle as they are to the outside. To reinforce the outside running of the stretch play type thing towards the sideline, and hopefully more yards as one tries to turn it up the field if they opt not to turn to the sideline. I myself never used the guru in there because I used to like mixing up a lot of my different run plays. So per DM, it would take like a third of my plays would be to the outside, but like a third would be to the inside and be counter traps, and it didn't have like the ability point to turn into it. That means to keep swapping them for the game I didn't know that I was going to have. So I just became a jack of all trades rather than become a specialist. That was kind of what the billboard wanted at the time type thing. Just one of my personal preferences. It's just what I played it. Let's see here, don't allow more than 1 touchdown. That's again for blitzing people, that's blitzing meta. 2-man rush type stuff. If not, then you cover 3 sky, lurking, playing zones, playing with the free safety, the strong safety, the middle linebackers. Same drill. That's the 6th challenge versus the Colts. 7th challenge against the Ravens, pass for 95 yards and score a passing touchdown. This one, the pass defense played me fairly aggressively, so I ended up running for the first part, and then threw the passing touchdown. And then after I got the passing touchdown, it allowed me to pass downfield easier, like in the next quarter or so, on the next drive, which is odd, but that was my experience. Let's see, challenge 8, Seahawks. Complete 8+ passes, don't throw more. I think it's like 1 or 2 incompletions. Again, check down to a table route, to Camara, or a level cell, or the drag route. I mean, if the passing lane should be clear, 5-yard throw, quarterback with short accuracy should be able to hit the in stride throw and stride to the wide receiver with a clear alleyway, so it shouldn't result in an incompletion. And that should get up to 8 passes completed without any incompletions and in the challenge, or complete the challenge. Challenge 9 with the Packers, get a sack again. That's a blitz one. I don't really do the fake field goal solo battle stuff, but I'm assuming in challenges that's probably what they're doing. And I'm not a turbo gap person. But for those of you doing like the rush points, or where they used to have the finesse button and the power button type thing in the game type thing, you'd work against that with the RB and try to swim or stride past the line, then that's what you're going to be doing to get a sack, or you might cornerback blitz, free safety blitz, strong safety blitz, nickel blitz type thing with the cat blitz around the corner, and try to do that. I think there's an overload strong safety 3 blitz or something, which is the strong safety 3. It's not 3 strong safety subs. I think it's a cover 3 with the strong safety blitzing out of it and letting the free safety play behind the strong safety. I think that's what's going on in there. Any of those are viable. Challenge 10, Buccaneers. Don't allow a touchdown, score a field goal. That one was again different for me. I got a pretty awesome play. Getting an interception within like the first 15 seconds. Probably shouldn't have taken it to the house for the pick 6. I decided to veer myself leverage wise toward the sideline, kicked the field goal bonus within 15 seconds, and then played out the rest of the quarter and completed the challenge. Let's see, lead in halftime, rush for 10 plus yards in the second quarter. Again, stretch and dive metas in there, taking it means. I'm not sure if like counters and meta, how fast that works. RPO people might do the same thing, taking to pick up the 10 yards or something like that on their whatever they've got there. I'm not sure. Maybe an inside run from shotgun or something like that, because I think most of their RPO is throw, but whatever that is, I think that means, it's run or pass option, I think is the title of an RPO. So some of them I'm assuming must run if they've got run or pass option within the title of the name of the play art. So that's challenge 11 versus the Rams in that. Challenge 12 versus the Saints. Pass for 120 yards. Could step out of bounds and not a break procedure, or can throw something that just like a drag route and just turn it upfield and stay in the middle of the field. Pretty sure you have the whole game day to get to 120 yards. So if you make more progress in the middle of the field compared to the sideline, just turn it up the field and try to rack run after catch type thing. It means and build up more yards that count towards the 120 plus yards, so you can complete the challenge quicker. And that's versus the Saints on that one, or the Saints challenge. So it's challenge 12. Challenge 13 versus the Bears. Score 1 plus rushing touchdown. Return a kick for 25 yards. Kick one has been one of the challenges or so type thing. That means just kind of either run in the middle or so and then run away from the middle, or run towards the sideline and then run away from the sideline, and kind of hope for the best without getting hit sticked or something. So you got to watch your kick return lanes, watch your blocks, and just try to make the best out of it as one strategos their way through the blocking, and when the blocking scheme picked up the kick return. Type thing that means. As far as the 1 plus touchdown, that's still the halfback stretch and halfback dive. The run metas of Madden. Like wing pair dive type thing that means, and you stretch play in that. There might be a stretch in one of the wing slots. I'm not sure on that. Depends on your book. Just have to check. There's 32 teams of NFL plus the specialty books and the live action books type thing. That means, so for some other people, you just have to check. Some contributors they do what do you call, like I-farm, so there might be a stretch in there or two. Single back, deuce close, single back. Should probably have a stretch somewhere in there. So, or dive. Either way. Challenge 14 versus in the Washington challenge. Once again, complete 9+ passes and score a passing touchdown. Here, I think that one was in the quarter, so yeah, gonna have to do the table route to Camara or the drag routes, then catch it and go out of bounds, so preserve time on the clock while trying to build up, because one play touchdown won't count the one play catch as 8 more catches on top of that, type thing it means, because the challenge word required 9 catches, type thing it means to complete it, so or stated, so you're gonna need 9 catches, 9 separate activities of catching, type thing it means. And same with challenge. See here. I think that was challenge 15. If I didn't put it in, yeah, versus the Dolphins. And that one is 8+ passes and score a passing touchdown and a deja vu sort of thing. Let's see, because the Washington one is for 9 passes and the Dolphins one is for 8 passes, and then a challenge behind they're next to each other. Challenge 16, the extra one that I had to do before I went back was Chargers, and that was a win the game one, type thing it means, and so with the scoring the passing touchdown, that took time. Any pro person will probably be if they're in a contributor, and they play weekend league and have like 22 wins, so probably done in an hour less. I find probably about every 5 games you go down the board of that, you probably increase another hour. So you're like, I usually have 15 games weekend league. It'll take me 2 hours to get 60 stars. At 22 games of weekend league wins out of 25, it'll definitely take in just an hour. Like I've got 10 games, they'll take them probably about 2.5 to 3 hours. And then like with 5, then it'll probably take them like 3 hours and 15, 3:30, maybe 4 hours to complete. To get the timing right of the number of passes without stepping on the sideline, and to do the quarter ones and the win the game ones, because you don't want to run the clock down before you make 9 separate activities of catching the ball, or 12 separate activities of catching the ball, to thinking that one challenge. You're like, I'm going to chew clock, and then I'm going to catch 2 passes for a 12+ pass catch activity stated requirement, so that won't work. So, because you run time off before you can make your 12 separate catches. So that you just have to, you're like, well, now I've got to reload the challenge or things of that nature, and I'm not going to lose time to that. Or I'm not going to lose time to stepping out of bounds the whole time, type thing, through all these passing challenges requiring 8+ passes, 9+ passes, 12+ passes, type thing that means. It could take some time to do that. If you got 4 of those, it's 48 separate catches, type thing. It means 12 catches and stack of 4 challenges, type thing. It means. And some Thanos snap. I don't really think that's happening, type thing. It means. It took me about 2.5 hours, type thing. It means somewhere around there. So that's my presentation on how to get a 95 overall in that NFL player, playoff player. So far the other master sets haven't been placed up, but it is a chance to get a card. I did a video on there with out voice showing all the cards that are in there. There should be one on offense and defense now that they upped it for each of the teams that were in the wild card division. So I guess they're going to do something separate for the division and championship heading towards Lombardi, which would be the Hollis and Hunt Awards, type thing, in the AFC NFC Championship, and heading to the Lombardi Trophy in the Super Bowl. So do that to get 60 stars and gain 95 overall in that. Share, like, and subscribe if you want, and positive play plays forward. So comment down below for more promotion player reviews. So far, it's kind of hard to judge this one since the set's not up, but at least I'd say it's probably one of the better promotions since can get a free 95 overall player once one puts in the time to do 60 stars. Um, I did mine and already got my pack as demonstrated. It's in the NFL playoff promotion. It has no voice, but I demonstrated all the cards available so a person who hasn't pursued it yet could go through it and see if their team, which player on their team in the playoffs got selected. Alright, thanks for watching, and positive play forward.